Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, now live up on YouTube. It's funny, like it started like the live part, but it looks like it's showing like the part before I even clicked the live button. But yeah, I'm live now on YouTube. Just ended up doing my the walk I do around the neighborhood. I think it was like 26,000 steps or something like that. So I think it's like close to 10 miles tonight. You know, um, so that's basically what we've been doing and everything. But I've been trying to do these ones live, every Sunday night, and sometimes do them as well on, Mondays. It kind of depends. Like sometimes like Monday afternoons as well. But I know for sure though, always gonna do these ones Sunday evening when I get back from the walk, and I usually get back close to like 11 or so. So it's usually around this time is when I'll be, doing these ones. So I'll start going through the questions and everything. If you guys have any super chats or any of that kind of stuff, I also put a link below too for a movie which is only going to be up online until this Friday is when it will be off. It's only going to be up for a week. It's a movie called Dark Web Mystery Box, and it's a movie. It's an hour and a half long movie, which I'm throughout the whole movie, like the beginning, and then like about 45 minutes in, I'm throughout the last half of it. But it's basically people getting sent like a VHS kind of tape or weird thing through the mail, and it's kind of like in a mystery box. It's kind of like what happens to them and everything. And I play one of the people who gets sent the mystery box. But that link is below in the description of this video if you guys want to check it out later. And they're also under the video itself, when you guys can watch the full movie. They have like a link down there too if you guys are interested in buying a copy. They have two different ones. They have one that's actually going to be in like a mystery box. It has like a shirt and stuff. I haven't seen what they look like, what the shirt looks like or anything yet. And then they have one where it's just the DVD by itself. So let's see here. Let's see, what time is Chauncey going live? Yeah, like I said, usually like a little after 11 is when I'm trying to do them, Sunday evening. Where someone said, where can I buy PB2? Yeah, PB2, you can find them usually in Walmart and in the markets. They're in the same area as the peanut butter. They're usually on the top shelf in the stores if you're looking for them. But they're not usually they don't always have the big containers, the big jars. The big jars usually I only see at Walmart, but in like the store, like in Target and stuff like that, they usually have it, like I said, right around in the peanut butter aisle, but like in the top area. That's where they normally have PB2, but you also can order it online. I think a website called like box.com is where I used to get it from, because it's much more expensive if you get it in the stores. You can get it in bulk. You can get it for a whole lot cheaper if you guys want PB2. PB2 is basically, powdered peanut butter, so it doesn't have like the oil and stuff in it, so it's a lot less calories, and you like just mix it with water and everything. Um, let's see here. Start going through the questions here. Twitter link includes extra. He's drunk tonight. No, I never drink. I never really drink. Maybe like the last time I drank was like 8 years ago or something like that. So it's been a really long time. I see a $5 super chat in here from Richard G. What's your favorite alien movie? Thanks so much, Richard G, for the super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to the channel, so I really appreciate when you guys give them so much. And I'm trying to make sure I answer the questions for super chats like as detailed as I can. But if you mean for like the films in like the Alien series, probably my favorite one to watch, even though it's not the best Alien movie, but my favorite one, or one, probably the top one I like to watch for some reason, is Alien 3, because I like the prison aspect to it, and I feel like it's like a cool, but I would recommend, David Fincher directed it, but I would recommend watching the extended cut of the movie. And then for other Alien one, like the best Alien movie, of course, is the first movie, and the second one are like the best. But like I said, the third one is my favorite one to watch, followed by Alien Resurrection, because Alien Resurrection was actually the first R-rated movie that I ever saw in theaters. So to me, it's always like I always will remember it, because it was like, oh yeah, the first time I ever saw an R-rated movie, in theaters. Not the first R-rated movie I ever saw, but the first one I ever saw in theaters. Someone says, Sean, have you ever thought about making Coolduder merch like hats and t-shirts? Also, I was wondering if you have any good go-to or comfort movies that help you out, like good, like movies that have helped you out during the quarantine, like positive stuff. Like I've been watching like a lot of trying to watch like comedies and that kind of stuff. Like I don't really want to watch like heavy drama kind of stuff right now. But like I've talked about in the past, I've been rewatching all the episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I've been watching, started back at season 1. Now I'm just at season 5. So I watch like one episode of that a night. That's kind of like the one thing that I've been doing. But it also says like for merch, yeah, I should have something like that. You know, like T-shirts, and I also thought like I could have like Coolduder like balding hats. You know what I mean? Like, and also people, how people are selling masks and that kind of stuff. I thought too, like, imagine if and I have no idea how I would ever do it, but if I had like a mask, but like with my face on it, because you know how people always say I make a weird face, like a weird goofy face. So like it would be like my like weird smile put on the mask, so people could like wear it with like my weird, so you could kind of have your cool duder big like O face look that I have. I see a $4.99 super chat here from Nick Roman. Thanks so much, Nick, for your super chat. Nick said, "What's your thoughts on the MonsterVerse? I'm stoked for Godzilla vs. Kong. Although it may be pushed back another year. Stay safe." Yeah, I don't know if they've shot all of the movie yet or not. The new Godzilla versus King Kong, but I really like the new Godzilla movies. I thought the last one, with Millie Bobby Brown, that last one I thought was actually really pretty good. And as a kid, though, I grew up watching a lot of the Godzilla movies. Like, those are some of the early movies that I remember renting at, like, Blockbuster, like VHS tapes. And I always liked the Godzilla one, which I know wasn't great, but it was the Godzilla with the son of Godzilla. And I know it was a bad one, but, like, as a kid, I always really, really liked that one. I don't know why, but it was, like, one of my favorite ones to watch. And I every time I think of that, too, and I have no idea why, I always think of the first Child's Play movie, because I think there was a scene in like that Son of Godzilla when there was like an area that kind of looked like the area where Chucky goes to when he's looking for like his old friend, like his old like bad guy that he worked with. I don't know, like this kind of abandoned neighborhood. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. I always think of that. And I believe I see a $2 super chat here from let's see, I saw one come in here from Pancake Pappy. What's your beef with Will Cerridia? Yeah, I do know who that is now. I didn't know about the channel name, but thanks so much, Pancake Pappy, for your super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to the channel, so really appreciate them for you guys who give them and everything. But with the Will Cerridia channel, he's the guy who makes like videos. He's done them on me and Brandon. He did a video in the past too called like critiquing the critics and stuff like that. So he's talked about me and Brandon a lot in the past. I don't know if he doesn't like us or not, but he said in one comment, because Brennan screenshotted, that he was like making videos talking about us to try and get views or something like that. So I don't know. He just kind of like, some people just do stuff to kind of get like attention kind of thing. So like that's the guy. Let's see here. Sean, what are your thoughts about I talked about that, buy 90s comics. I haven't bought a comic in a long time. I used to have a huge collection of like the Bill and Ted comic books and a number of different ones. My Girl 2, Radio Flyer, Grand Budapest Hotel coming out this week. Yeah, I got a copy though of Just One of the Girls though. Just One of the Guys. That was one of the other ones that was releasing that time. Yeah, I know My Girl, and I feel like Radio Flyer might have been delayed, though, but I'm not sure, though. But yeah, like, I'm glad to see more of these ones. They're also releasing Sydney White as well, which is one from the Sony, Burn On Demand one, but they are pressed discs, but I'm really glad to see, more stuff like that getting released. And I know Paramount is starting to do stuff that's like Burn On Demand stuff as well, some more obscure stuff. Oh my god, I love Radio Flyer. Yeah, Radio Flyer is really good, but it's a really sad movie. It's so sad. Like, as a kid, it always really bummed me out. We need a new parody or two. Yeah, I don't know what I would parody right now, honestly, because there's like no new movies or anything. But like, if you guys want to watch like funny stuff, to me, I really like these SNLs that they're doing at home. Like, honestly, I don't know why I like them better. Like, because they kind of remind me of like Mad TV, kind of, because the skits have gotten weirder since they're at home, and I guess like they don't really care as much if they're strange, so they've gotten stranger than ever. And seeing Keenan back doing What's Up With That again, I thought was amazing, because he hasn't done that character in forever. Let's see here, man. Every time I ask about Horror Nights. I always tend to go sleep before you answer. Yeah, about Horror Nights. Yeah, I never have been to Universal Horror Nights. I've been to, though, Not Scary Farm. That one, I went there last time with, last year with Danny. I don't know if they're going to have those kind of things this year or not. I really don't know, because they're going to have to address everything. And, like, I feel like in the theme parks, too, like, if they're going to make people wear masks, you know what I mean? Like, before you go in, they're going to give you a mask. Like Disney, like the ticket booth, I don't know, like, where you pay to park and stuff. I really wonder how they're going to do a lot of that kind of stuff. I ride a bike 2 to 4 miles a day. Yeah, I used to ride a bike years ago. I haven't ridden a bike in so long. Did you watch Frasier? No, that's a show that I have never seen. Let's see here. What do you what do you think a Nothing But Trouble 2 would be like? I know Dan Aykroyd said that he had a script for it, because I remember I met him at like a signing for his like Crystal Skull vodka years back in like 2009, and he said there was like a script for it, but they never ended up doing anything with it. But I think it would have probably been like more with the characters, probably like stalking Chevy Chase's character, like where he lives, and it would probably not be in like the Vulcanvania area in that weird house. It would probably be like in the city, and it would be like those characters, like a weird fish out of water kind of thing with them in the city. I don't know, it'd be something like that, or they try and like move to a new town and set up shop again, or something like that. It's funny is they still could bring it back in a way, like it'd be even weirder with Dan Aykroyd doing that character now. Let's see here. Can we get a thriller collection? I don't have thrillers separated as much. I did film, though, a new out-of-print video, which will be up sometime next week. And I showed, like, a number of new ones. It was mainly focused, though, on horror, but there will be a new out-of-print one. Do you mind Wet Movie 1 copies your video? He did a pantry video recently. He sort of addressed, though, that he saw me doing it, so it doesn't really matter, because honestly, we've always both done similar kind of things. But I know he's having a lot of problems now with the internet, with the range extender and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully he can figure all that stuff out. Thoughts on Breaking Bad? That's a show I never watched. I don't know why, but it's like one of those things I never really saw that. 1+ for Wet Movie 1 impression. 1+. I guess Wet Movie 1 impressions, like just like certain things are super chat things, like take off the hat and Wet Movie impressions. Those are super chat ones. I do see a $5 super chat here from As Told by Gonzo. Think Shout Factory will release Problem Child 2. Problem Child 1 and 2 special editions. Thanks so much, though, As Told by Gonzo, for your super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to the channel and the videos, so I appreciate them. I think that would be really cool, though, if Shout Factory would release them as a special edition, because there are like a lot of deleted scenes for those movies, because the TV edits, because Shout Factory has done a lot of things where they put the TV versions, a number of different ones like that. And I see a bunch of super chats coming in, so I'm going to make sure to get through all these ones. But thanks so much, guys, like I said, for the super chats. But when it comes to them, like on the TV edits, there was like, especially for the sequel, there was a whole lot of different cut stuff. So I would love if they would release, them as special editions. So maybe they will. I don't know if they would do them separately, because I feel like they might be worried they might not sell as well if they, especially like the sequel wasn't, like people, I love the sequel, but I know it wasn't as popular. So if they do it, maybe they would put them as a double pack, and then like put the new, or the TV edits as the new features, and some, interviews and stuff. So the next super chat here is from Eric D. Hey Sean, great job in Dark Web Mystery Box. Will there be you were very entertaining. Will there be a sequel? Yeah, thanks, Eric, for checking out the Dark Web Mystery Box. Like I was saying, guys, if you guys didn't see it, I put a link below this video, and after this live stream, you guys can check it out. It's going to only be up until sometime this Friday coming up, but it's a feature movie that was all filmed in everyone's houses and stuff, right? Like recently, during what's going on now, about everyone getting sent this mystery box that has a VHS tape and bad things happen to them. And I'm in there throughout the movie. So definitely check it out. And there's also going to be a DVD release of that soon. I think you can actually pre-order it now on the website under the video itself, where you can see the full movie. They have a DVD of it as well. But thanks so much, Eric, for your super chat. I see a $10 super chat here from Sober Sunsets. Thanks so much, Sober Sunsets, for your donation. Hey, Sean, how are you doing this week? Have you watched Extraction on Netflix? Fantastic action film. Hey, Sober Sunsets. Yeah, I've been doing good. Like I said, I just finished doing my walk, um, and pretty much just like just like getting used to just like not really having tons and tons of stuff to do. So I've been trying to think more about more video stuff and more video ideas, and trying to do a lot more of that kind of stuff. So that's basically a lot of the stuff that I've been doing lately. But I have not watched Extraction yet. I haven't even seen a trailer for that. I need to check that out though. I've heard a lot of people talking about that one though. So definitely is one though that I need to check out. But let's see here. What are your thoughts? I talked about that one. Let me make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's hear. So Wet Movie 1, Sober Sunsets, I got that one. Wet Movie 1 impressions, please, from CUCA crew. So it's like,
Hey, buddy, buddy, I'm having a serious problem with the damn internet. It keeps kicking me off of my live streams, buddy. And I bought a I bought a router extender, buddy, and it's not working, buddy. And the one who's effing my sister couldn't figure it out, buddy.
so that's the impression, but thanks so much for the super chat for the impression. And Bernard Chowder gave a $2 super chat to take your hat off. Or that's a very small super chat for a hat off, so it'll be a very quick one. A quick little tease, Everyone wants to see the shining balding head. So there you go. There's a little tease. And then I see a super chat here from Nick Roman, a $2 super chat. Thoughts on a Pennywise prequel. I think that'd be kind of cool, to see like if they had scenes and stuff like that, in with him like at the carnival and the fair and stuff like that, and like the evil clown and all that kind of stuff. Like, so that would be kind of cool. I mean, I'd watch that to see that. But like I said, guys, thanks so much for your super chats. Like I said, are a huge help to the channel, and I appreciate them so much. Let's see. I think I see a super chat here from a $2 one from Will T. How high was your blood pressure, and how long? How high was my blood pressure when I was like really heavy? It was very high because in the very beginning when I first started the weight loss, I had to get on blood pressure medicine because I hadn't gone to the doctor at that point for a really long time, so it was probably like 160 or something like that. But when I was in the hospital having the cellulitis attack, it was really bad. It was like I don't even know. It might have been like 180. It was horrible. Like it was like stroke kind of material. Like it was dangerous. It was very dangerous. So I'm glad I lost the weight because I don't know how worse it would have got. And the thing is too, like when I was at the weight that I was, like if I would have gotten like corona or gotten sick, it wouldn't have been good. Like it would have been very scary because I had sleep apnea for sleep when I was sleeping, because I would wake up and like couldn't breathe well and be gasping for air. So that'd be like so bad. Let's see here. Do you think we'll get Horror Nights this year? Like I don't know about Horror Nights. Like I said, I really don't know what will happen with that. Hey Sean, do you like Clifford with Martin Short? Yeah, Clifford with Martin Short, that's like one of my favorite movies. Like I've watched that movie so many times. I've become friends with the director of the film too, so I've been talking to him a lot. And he's trying to work on a new film called Stealing Dawn, which hopefully he gets to get made, with Martin Short and him coming back together again in a new movie. So that would be really cool. So hopefully that gets to happen. Selena is coming to Blu-ray in May. Yeah, no, I've heard that Selena is getting released, and that's one I think I saw clips of that movie, but never have seen the whole movie. Did you like Bad Boys 3? Yeah, I bought that one last Tuesday, and I really did like that one. Have you seen Mandalorian? If so, what are your thoughts on it? That's one I've not watched, and I know people have said how great that is. I do need to at some point finally watch that one. I see another super chat here from Will T. How did you get into movies? Well, for the movies, like the acting and that kind of stuff, that was mainly through YouTube that all started, because it was in March of 2008, a company contacted me. They were saying they were making a movie called Assault of the Sasquatch, which at the time was called Sasquatch Assault, which was a Bigfoot episode. I mean, a Bigfoot movie. And I said, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. They had me they paid for the train, the hotel to go out and do it. But before that, they were like, we have this other movie called Banshee. Would you like to do that as well? We're actually going to shoot that next month. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. And because they had an ending that they didn't like, so they ended up, adding me to the ending of it, me and MJ. So I did that. So that was kind of how it started. And from there, I just kept on working and then making contacts and meeting directors at conventions and directors, finding me from doing my reviews and all that kind of stuff. And then I see a $2 super chat here from Dustin Keener. So it's Dustin, and it's Kuehner. Favorite Curb Your Enthusiasm episodes. The one that's always like the classic one is I think the Carpool Lane. That one, like everything about that episode, like worked so well. So that one, the Carpool Lane one, is the best. And then I was just watching the ones too, like with him going on Broadway for the producers, like the premiere one. That was a really good episode of that one. And then and I feel like every episode of the newest season was great. Like there was so many problems in the newest season of that one. But thanks so much, guys, for your super chats. Here, let's see here. Do you use Grubhub or DoorDash? No, I've never used any of those ones. I really don't mind picking up the stuff, just going to the drive-thrus, or a lot of places bringing it out to the cars. But it's definitely not a bad way to do it. Someone says you need to relax. I think I relax. I mean, I don't think I'm not. Are you annoyed on Blu-ray cases with recycle signs, holes on them? Oh yeah, like some of the Blu-ray cases that have like the carves inside of the cases, so they don't use as much plastic. Yeah, those ones are always really flimsy. So I never love that type of one, but I mean, I know it's like for not using as much plastic and everything. Hey Sean, what would you say is the creepiest movie you've ever seen? Your videos keep me sane. The scariest movie, and I've talked about this a lot, is Session 9. That is one that always really creeps me out, like to this day. I remember like when I first saw that movie, I had to like turn the lights on and everything. So definitely is Session 9. So if you guys have never seen that one, you want to watch something really scary, watch that one. Stun Studios gave a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Stun Studios, for your super chat. He said, or they said, is YouTube your full-time job? Also, what is your favorite video games right now, if you play any? Pretty much YouTube is the main thing that I do. And then, I do, acting, which I can't do any of that. I mean, I've been doing stuff in my house. Like I did the Dark Web movie, which I was mentioning. And I've done one film working on now called Amityville Hex, and this zombie movie. So I've been doing stuff from home. And I got to do something in Joe Winecoop, who I've been a fan of, forever. He's like a B-movie actor. He's the king, kind of called King of the B-movies. But I filmed something for his movie as well recently. So I've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff. But once everything opens up again and the flights are normal and you can kind of go places and you don't have to, like, if you go to another state, you don't have to quarantine and that kind of stuff for like 2 weeks, there will be a bunch of new stuff coming up that I'll be shooting too. Let's see here. Favorite 2007 television series? I don't know. I don't know for sure like what show started in 2007. So I'm not totally sure on that. In his old videos, he was drinking margaritas and beers with MJ. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I used to, though. I used to drink then, but I haven't in a long time. Hey Sean, have you ever been tempted to buy one-click special box edition box sets? I'm not sure what those are. Let's see, you're a good person. Thanks so much, Dragon Ball Talk. Sean and MJ wore the nerdier Tenacious D? I guess so. How do you organize your shelf? Well, the only shelf that I have in total order is the horror section. Other than that, I don't have all the other ones in order. Does Rad have an actual release date from Vinegar Syndrome? I think it's sometime next month, I think, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, though, because I know they're going to be announcing a bunch of, new titles soon. Horror Blu-ray unboxing. Yeah, in that movie, I did a horror Blu-ray unboxing thing in there. I will do the horror pack video soon. I got one of the packs, but I'm waiting on one of the other ones before I can do that. Let's see here. Do you like the Fast and Furious movies? I never started watching them until the later sequels, until maybe 7 years ago. So I've watched all the new ones, but I have not seen the early ones. So at some point I need to go and watch from the beginning and everything like that, because like I said, I have not, for some reason I didn't see them at the time when they were new. Do you like favorite Halloween sequel? Probably the part three, even though it's not really a sequel, it's kind of its own movie. But part three is always my favorite. Have you seen Maniac Cop before? Yeah, I love the Maniac Cop films. Here in the South, there are a few Ernest movies that were just released locally. There are a few Ernest movies that were just released locally in wide release, very rare VHS. I don't know those ones. Have you ever like rare ones? Have you ever watched any Mexican horror films? If so, any recommendations? Mexican horror movies. That what's that one? There's a number of different ones. Sombrero. I can't remember what's the name of that one. They had like the on the cover has the Gigi, who directs movies now. For like Blumhouse and stuff like that. She was on the cover of it. I can't remember what it was called, but then there's a number of different ones. I can't remember the names offhand though, but there are a number of different ones that I've watched. They make a lot of really good, cool horror films in Mexico though. How many movies are in your sock drawer? No, I don't have any movies in the sock drawer. All the movies are down in the DVD room, and then in the storage boxes outside of it. I don't have any like up here though. Let's see here. I see a $5 super chat came in from Eric D. Thanks so much, Eric, for your super chat. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats tonight. Help out the channel so much. But he asked, "Hey Sean, can you do some live streams on Friday or Saturday nights? It's tough to stay up late on Sunday night, being on the East Coast." I've never done any on Friday or Saturday. Maybe I could do them sometime on a Saturday night. I could try one. Like a Saturday night at some point. So I might try that maybe next Saturday. I know next Thursday I have to film something for this movie. It's going to be done over Zoom for Australia. So next Saturday should work because I don't. Or even next Friday night after I walk, I could even do it around this time then. So I could definitely try different kind of times and stuff like that. So that's a good idea to maybe try it maybe like a Friday night, just to see do it different. Who remembers him before the weight loss? It's been a few years and he's still going strong as ever. Yeah, I'm really trying though to maintain the weight and all that kind of stuff. Do you like Pulp Fiction? No, I love Pulp Fiction. I remember finding you through Booger Boy Meister. You're awesome, man. Yeah, Booger Boy Meister was the first person I saw ever show DVDs, because he showed videos he had DVDs in all of his drawers and stuff like that throughout the house, and because of him, seeing that video is what inspired me to do my original video showing my complete DVD collection back in 2007 I think it was 2006 or 2007. I want a Joe Imitorian mask. I got back into physical media collecting after stumbling on your channel where you found that huge yard sale of DVDs. Oh yeah, that was a cool place to find. They didn't have a lot of great stuff there, but it was definitely cool to see a thing like that with that much movies. So I was really glad to find that. And I see a $10 super chat here from Matthew Roxas. Thanks so much, Matthew Roxas, for your $10 super chat. Matthew says, "Hey Sean, when you interviewed celebrities at a con, what was the process to interview them? My local con is coming up in October, and there is a celebrity who I want to interview." Well, basically, when it comes to interviewing the celebrities at the conventions and everything, I just basically go up to them and ask. There's certain people that I've seen throughout the years that I have know from the conventions, and they kind of it's easy to talk to them because we just talk beforehand a little bit. Like Bill Moseley, I've seen a million times at conventions, so I've talked to him I think 2 different times. And so I just kind of talked to him, and then we talked the one time. I talked to him for 20 minutes about nothing, and then I said, "Oh, I probably should have interviewed you for the video. Is that all right?" He's like, "Oh yeah." So we did a thing afterwards. So basically, just go up to them. The time when it can be a problem is if they have someone sitting next to them, because a lot if it's somebody where there's a huge line, it sometimes can be a problem. If you have a press pass, sometimes that helps. And then sometimes I explain to them about my channel. You could even have a printout of your YouTube to show them what you do, or have it up on your phone and show it to them. But you're usually okay. Most people are kind of cool about it. But some people, if they have someone sitting next to them, the person sitting next to them can shake their head real weird and say no. But then the person themselves, the celebrity guest, then they're usually, "Oh no, it's okay." And then the other person's next to them going, "No," like that. So it can be that kind of stuff you can have. But I would recommend just kind of going up to them, telling them what you do, and just kind of asking them. And some of them are, may like not want to, if you kind of say, "Can I talk to you for 2 minutes too?" You know what I mean? You don't want to say, you want to say it's gonna be quick, so they don't like worry that it will be like a long time. That's what I always say. Like, "Can I, is it okay to talk to you from my YouTube channel for like 2 or 3 minutes?" And they're like, "Oh, all right." That's usually the way I go about doing it. You could even reach out to them too ahead of time on Twitter or on like our Instagram, and like send them a message on there. That's another way you could do it too, just to be safe. The subject of beer makes me think of episodes with Joe Franz. Yeah, Joe Franz, there was definitely a lot of drinking back in those early ones. Favorite John Candy movie? Favorite John Candy movie is probably like the best of them that I like to watch the most is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then Uncle Buck. Thank you guys for the super chat. Yeah, thanks guys for the super chats. Like I said, the super chats really help out my videos and everything, so appreciate them. Hey man, you're looking great. Do you like the movie Tourist Trap? It has creepy mannequins. Tourist Trap, I remember I played that with my brother, and he's like, "I don't like this movie. This is kind of weird." But I like Tourist Trap. What are your thoughts on Ernest Goes to Camp? That's probably the best Ernest movie. But my favorite Ernest movie to watch is Ernest Goes to Jail. But Camp, though, it feels the most like a movie. It feels like a real, like, theater big movie. Like, basically it's just like Ernest's character put into a camp as the counselor. I really like it though. Like that if you guys have never watched the Ernest movies, those are definitely ones you guys have got to watch. Do you like the original Vacation movie from 1983? That actually, in the subject of R-rated movies, I think that was actually the first R-rated movie that I had ever seen in my life, and I saw it as a little kid. But I absolutely love National Lampoon's Vacation. Like, I've watched that movie so many times. What do you think about Snowpiercer becoming a series? No, I remember they were promoting that last year at Comic-Con. That is definitely going to be interesting to, I don't know if it started, I think it might have started airing or maybe starting soon. I hope everyone in the chat is happy and safe during the quarantine. Yeah, hopefully all you guys are doing well. I see a $5 super chat here from Griff Redux. Can you give us a little Pennywise impression? Give us a little Pennywise impression. I'm Pennywise the dancing clown, and you're Georgie, so now we know each other, correct? Pennywise the dancing clown. Very wise of your father, Georgie. Very wise indeed. It's not the best impression, but when I do the makeup and everything, I feel like it's a little better. Because if you guys never saw it, I did a parody review of the first It chapter, and I dressed like Pennywise. That was like this thing I always kind of dreamed of doing. I should have done one for the second movie. I should have brought back the character again. But I really do like doing that character. Hey Sean, just wanted to ask what's been your favorite movie of 2020 so far? There hasn't been too much, because of everything, but I did watch Bavarian a couple nights ago. I got like I got a code to review it, because like a lot of the companies like Lionsgate, a lot of them are not sending out the discs right now because of everything that's going on. But I already bought a copy because I pre-ordered one on Amazon because I really liked it. But that movie with Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Potts, like that's one definitely, like I really love that movie. Gotta keep it squeaky clean. Sean wanted to, do you have any streaming services? Yeah, we have Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Disney Plus are the ones we have. What's your 3 perfect movies? Perfect movies, like, to me, like ones that you can watch again and again and again. So like probably like stuff like Day of the Dead, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, It's Pat, Clifford. And I know they're not great movies. Like, I know It's Pat is not a great movie, but to me it's perfect because I like can watch it again and again, and it will like cheer me up and that kind of stuff. Hey, how has your mental health been during lockdown? I recently started overthinking a lot. Now I'm stuck in the house a lot. I think it's been okay, but I feel like there's some days you're just kind of like in a kind of a bad mood, and like, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like it's not as bad now as it was like early on, before I was realizing if I was going to be able to do any, like, because like I was so used to going to the gym, and I was so worried about that. I was kind of like, well, how am I going to get exercise? Before I realized that I can do a decent amount of walking around the neighborhood and going through up the hills and all that kind of stuff. Like, but now that I figured that out, it kind of helped. Someone says that, hey, thanks for getting me into eating history on the History Channel. You recommended it during a live chat here and loved every episode. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that show, I really like that. It's like these two guys that go. It's a show on the History Channel called Eating History, and they go and eat old food, and they go, oh yeah, this is army rations from the 30s, and oh this is macaroni and cheese from 1970, and all that, and they eat it. Certain ones they can't, but it's actually a pretty interesting show. Parody Curb Your Enthusiasm. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm like a Larry David kind of guy in real life, because like I feel like I always have like weird little problems that happen in real life, like weird stuff I don't talk about on YouTube, but just like encounters in real life weird stuff. How are you enjoying Animal Crossing and your Switch and the Switch in general? Yeah, I've been liking Animal Crossing. I've been using, like I said, that's the one, like the first game that I've done in a long time. I think there's some super chats that came in here that I might not miss. Let me scroll down here to make sure I don't miss any of these ones. I see. Let's see. Is there a super chat here from? Let me scroll down. From Predator. So it's Predminator, $2 super chat. Thanks, Predator, for your super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to the channel, so definitely appreciate them, guys. But thanks so much for that one. And he also now he gave a question. Predator gave a $2 super chat and says, do you like the Terminator films, the Terminator movies? I really do. Like, I love those movies. I thought the newest one I thought was alright, but like T2 is another one of those movies that you could watch again and again. Like if it's on TV, I always watch that one. The one that I feel like I've watched the least is Part 3. I feel like I saw that one in theaters, and then I don't think I've seen it since. So I definitely need to go and like watch the third one again, because I have not seen that one in forever. Let's see here. Just started watching Cloak and Dagger. It's a fun movie. Yeah, I have not seen that one in a long time. Let's see. Apparently, mine's too. Let's see. Are you a member of the Disney Movie Club? If you they haven't put out an exclusive in a while. Yeah, I've noticed they haven't put out any exclusives in a while. I'm not a member of the movie club, but you're right about that. I feel like maybe because of that, since they open up the vault, they might not be doing as much of those Disney movie clubs, which kind of sucks, because I mean, I like Disney Plus, but I like to have physical copies of certain things, and there's certain things I would really like Shipwrecked on Blu-ray. Awesome, you've been watching 30 Rock. What's your favorite 30 Rock character? I don't know 30 Rock as well as I should, so I don't know. But my character, though, I've not seen all the episodes, but French Stewart is probably my favorite character in the show. But I have not seen it like all the episodes, though. What's Herb's favorite candy? Well, if you see the video showing Costco video, it's M&M peanuts. That's like his favorite thing. Do you think Black Swan was a great movie? I mean, I've only seen it like once or twice, but I remember really liking it. Are you getting the Al Admonson box set? It's expensive, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. I got the, to review, though, the kids movie, Carnival Magic, which was amazing. It's like a really great bad movie. I'll be talking about that on Tuesday, so I was really glad to get to see that one. Let's see here. I've never seen Frasier or Breaking Bad either. I saw Feast, the movie, and DBZ Brawley. Feast is a fun movie. A John Gallagher film. Let's see here. Super chats. Yeah, what the thing. Thanks. Like I said, thanks for the super chats. How high was your blood pressure, and how long did it take to go down? The blood pressure went down when because I had to start taking medicine early on in the weight loss. But then once I lost the weight, it went to normal. I see $5 super chat here from Victoris Gaming, so it's Victoris Gaming. I'm currently on a weight loss journey and dealing with loose skin. I'm terrified of it. I think with loose skin, though, because I have loose skin, like I have it like in my arms, like right here, some loose skin. It's not. I feel like it's gotten a little better than it was, and then I have some in my stomach, but not really not bad. It's not terrible. I think honestly though, the surgery that you have for loose skin is really risky, because it's it can take a long time to heal and to get better. So I would say it's worth it just to deal with it. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, because in the end it's much better to be healthier than worry about the loose skin. So that's me, because I mean, like I said, I dealt with the loose skin thing from it. It's kind of almost like a weird thing when they say battle scars or something. You know what I mean? It's kind of You know, it's just kind of like what happens. Which, you know, if you do surgery on it, like the arms is like the easiest one to do. The stomach though is risky. You know what I mean? But but don't let loose skin deter you from losing weight though, because in the end you'll be so much happier. At least I have from doing it, and you feel so much better and all that kind of stuff. Um, do you know someone named Jose Parginsi or something like that? I think that's somebody that used to come on here and hate a lot. I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you think Cannibal Holocaust should be nominated for Best Picture? Not Best Picture, but maybe most shocking. With the original cast returning for Ghostbusters, who do you think the new Ghostbusters after? What do you think the new Ghostbusters Afterlife movie would be like? Well, I think it's going to be a lot of cameos. I think it's going to be like some cameos are bigger than others. You know, I mean, some people are in it longer than others, but I hope it's good. Like I really do. Did you receive your stimulus check yet? No, nobody in our house got ours yet. We don't have this the direct deposit set up, which I wish we did, but we don't. So yeah, so I didn't get them yet. See No Evil Part 2 is out. See No Evil Part 2? I don't know if I've seen that one or not. See, what one was that? Am I blanking? What is that? Oh, you See No Evil with the Soska Twisters. Yeah, Soska Sisters. Yeah, I've seen that one. That was good. I recently watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit and thought it was a masterpiece. I know you're a fan of 80s films. What are your thoughts on the film? Yeah, Framed Roger Rabbit is great. That's like one of my favorite childhood movies, especially Christopher Lloyd in there. And like the last like half of the movie with Christopher Lloyd and everything like is amazing. I don't know, Christopher Lloyd, like, you know, I feel like he's like a scene stealer and everything, and he's like so good. Let's see here. Do you like Jack Frost with Michael Keaton? I've only watched that once because that was just such a sad movie. Amazing you're responding to your live chat comments. I think I'm getting to some of them, but I'm like kind of behind on, like I said, what I do is when someone sends a super chat, I jump down to the super chat and then kind of, you know, continue on with the list and everything like that. Let's see, that shiny head is the pathway to enlightenment. Yeah, about the hat, taking off the hat. Help the channel guys, okay. When you took the hat off, it reminded me of SpongeBob movie when their eyes are burning. What motivated you to lose the weight? Well, I had a cellulitis scare, like, it was basically like this leg rash thing that my leg, and I had this horrific pain in my leg kind of thing that happened, so I had to go to the hospital, and I had to stay in there overnight, because I was like, they were giving me all these kind of injections of like medicine and stuff because the infection got so bad, and then I was in the hospital, I was having all these like bad visions of like having a heart attack, and like if I didn't lose weight, so that basically after that happened, I just went and like was like, okay, I'm done with this, I'm gonna lose the weight, and that's what did it. It was just me, you know, getting kind of scared, almost scared straight by the whole situation. And I was always scared of going to the doctor. I hadn't gone to the doctor in years, so it kind of like made me have to do all these things and have these tests done, and it just kind of like that was what did it though. It was just like at that point I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I have to lose the weight, and I was worried about a lot of things when I did it because I was worried like, am I ever gonna act anymore, because I was always the fat guy. And luckily enough though, like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff recently again and have a lot of stuff coming up, so at least I'm able to still do what I like doing even after the weight loss, because I was worried for a while because so many things that I was like the sight gag or the joke or something like that. Do you watch the Criterion Channel? No, I've not seen the Criterion Channel. I see Criterion releases though. I reviewed a lot of them. Basketball or Orgasmo. I think Orgasmo I like a little bit better, but my favorite of the movies that they were behind, because they didn't direct Basketball, they acted in it, is probably Cannibal the Musical. When did you start losing weight? I started in, was it June 2014 is when I started, right after the fair. So if you watch the video at the San Diego Fair, you guys can see, when I was losing the weight. That was when I first started. And I see a $5 super chat here from Jason Dulwell. So it's Jason Dullow. Please watch Agent of Shield from season 1. Bill Paxton's amazing. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Thanks so much, Jason, for your super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats tonight. Really help out the channel and the videos. But when it comes to Agent of Shield, I definitely need to watch that. That's one of those shows I've never seen a single episode of. It's really weird how there's certain things I've just never watched. Because a lot of times too, it's hard for me to watch TV because I always have like so much stuff to review. So like sometimes I get behind on certain things, but I definitely need to watch at least, like you said, from season 1. But Bill Paxton, though, always was a fan of Bill Paxton. Can you make a most hated comedies that I like video? Yeah, that's not a bad idea because there's a lot of comedies that people don't like that I really like. Especially within comedies, because comedies, I feel like some people, like if they're kind of a dumb, goofy movie, some people just kind of are like, oh, I'm not watching that. You know what I mean? Like, and they kind of shut it off. Been watching you since MJ days, and I feel like you look younger. No, besides like the hair, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't have like an older face because when I see some people that aren't my age, like at least their face, I feel like they look a lot older. So I'm kind of lucky that like I don't. I feel like I don't know. I just don't feel like I look as old as that I am. Maybe at least I mean the hair, yeah. But started losing my hair when I was like 16, 17 years old. So that's kind of just been the way it has been. Do you Voodoo movie TV? Um, I watch stuff on Voodoo like the codes and stuff like that. But I've never watched like Voodoo movie TV. I don't know what that is. Like movie TV. Do you like the movie The Abyss? Yeah, I haven't watched that in forever. That's like one of those movies that they've talked about forever that needs a Blu-ray release. Hey Sean, it's my birthday. Can I get a shout out, please? Emin, yeah, hey Silent Gaming. I hope you have a great birthday. Do you watch Always Sunny? That's another show I've never watched anything, any episodes of. Did you see that Rad is being released on 4K Blu-ray? Yeah, no, that's a movie a lot of people have been telling me about. Hopefully we'll be reviewing that one for Vinegar Syndrome whenever that one releases. Are you still in contact with Brendan Novak? No, I haven't talked to him in forever. I knew him through Joe Franz, and there's a bunch of different little videos that we did together. If you guys look on the channel with Brendan Novak, but I'm so happy with him though, with getting clean and everything like that. He's done like amazing. I buy Magic the Gathering cards online, and I never played that game. I remember like as a kid though seeing them all the time when I was at this camp called Camp Bravo, which was like it was like a music camp that I went to, and they had like a downstairs area where they had like all these old arcade systems, and they were not really that old at the time because this is when I was a little kid, but they had like the Simpsons game and all that. But down there they had like these tables, and people were always playing Magic down there. What's your favorite disc format? DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K? I kind of like all of them. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer getting things on Blu-ray. I don't mind as much if I don't get it on 4K. Like, I'll get it sometimes, and if I get a copy of something to review, I'll review the 4K, but I don't go out of my way too often to, get, 4Ks. Your parents must be very proud of you on your weight loss and staying healthy. No, I know, me and my mom do the walks together, and we go to the gym together, so we kind of help motivate each other as well. Have you watched any Cynthia Rock movies? I don't think I ever have. I know she was in some videos with Wet Movie, but I don't think I had ever seen any of her movies. Do you like Storage Wars or Storage Wars Texas better? Well, I like Storage Wars Texas because I like the character Mo who was on there. So that was one of the reasons I like that. And I don't think I mentioned this super chat here from Rob K. Gave a 99-cent super chat. So sorry, Rob, I didn't see that one come up, but thanks so much, Rob K., for your super chat. Let's see, Nike or Adidas shoes. I don't wear either of those because I have wide feet, so I wear New Balance. Did you buy Predator Hunting Grounds? No, I have not seen that one. How many times do you walk every week? 3 times I walk a week. Because that was how many times I would go to the gym a week, was 3 times. Do you hate taking the plastic off DVD cases and the plastic getting stuck on the case? No, I know what you mean, Leah. Sometimes certain cases, too, are really hard to open. I don't know why, especially with Blu-ray cases. Some of them, like the plastic is like on there so much, it's so hard to open it up. Are you going to buy the retro Kenner Hasbro Real Ghostbusters figures when they come out? I've heard, I don't know if this is right, that they're supposed to be out. They're supposed to be in Walmart's like starting like today or starting Sunday. I don't know if that's right. I might like quickly peek tomorrow because I'm gonna have to get some food tomorrow. So I might quickly look at like a different one that I wouldn't be looking at on Tuesday to see, because I really would love to find those, because they were like, because I remember as a kid buying those, and if I do it, I'll make a little video about talking about them. I'm not gonna buy all of them because I think they're $15 each. But they are very cool, though. And I believe I see a super chat that came in here from Nathan Harris. Let's see, did I talk about these ones? I talked about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Nathan Harris says, can you remove the hat if you don't want to? Don't. I've taken off I take off the hat for quick spurts. So it's like, oh, the balding hat. So thanks, by the way, so Nathan, for your $2 super chat. It's like, it's a weird thing. It's like, yeah, super chats to take off my hat. Oh, and but thanks, like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats tonight. You know, really help out my channel and the videos and everything. Dustin Kerner, so it's Kuehner, says, love early Shyamalan's Sixth Sense or Unbreakable. M. Night Shyamalan's early movies are my favorite ones, but I really like what he's doing now, though, too. But out of the Sixth Sense or Unbreakable, Sixth Sense is a much more, you know, I think it's like the more popular of the two, but I kind of like Unbreakable better. Even though Sixth Sense is amazing, Unbreakable, though, like especially the last scene of Unbreakable, was like some of the best acting like ever. It was just like like everything about that I really like. Let's see here. I just finished eating a roast battle that I did back in February. Editing a roast battle. I don't know. Oh, I guess like roasting somebody. Just finished checking out after watching your videos. What's your diet like? I'm basically just kind of paying attention to the calories of everything that I'm eating. So, you know, trying to, you know, keep into a certain amount of range and all that kind of stuff. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th, 2022. Where can I send you $200? Well, I don't have any PayPal or anything like that, and you don't need to send that kind of money. But like I said, I just do it all through Super Chat. I know that someone was telling me about like you know, like, so all the donations are on Super Chat, but I don't do like I know there's a thing you can do, like a join thing on the channel too. Let's see here. I know you like the In-Betweeners. Have you tried Peep Squad? I've never watched that one. I've heard people mention that one. Let's see here. Full Metal Jacket is good too. Yeah, Full Metal Jacket is really good. Looks like you're taking a dump. Did you and Wet One graduate together? No, I didn't. You know, Brennan's a couple years older than me. I didn't, you know, meet Brennan, you know, because Brennan, we didn't go to school together. I didn't meet him until like 2007 or something like that. At Comic-Con was the first time that we met. I want to send you $300. Well, thank you, Murray. Yeah, like I said, I don't have like a PayPal or anything like that, but it's all through the super chats. Good horror movies coming out on Tuesday. There's one called like Dreamcatcher. With Lynn Shay, which I might buy. It's one of those ones that I would normally have reviewed, but like I said, Lionsgate isn't sending stuff right now, so hopefully it's not bad. Like it looks interesting. I looked at the trailer for it, so I might get that one. There's also a movie with Daniel Radcliffe coming out, which I don't think is a horror movie, but looks kind of interesting. Extraction sucks, trust me. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about Extraction, so I haven't seen that one. Wow, you have over 200 in the live chat. Yeah, it seems like the later it gets, more people come in. You know, I think it's a lot of people coming in from the UK and stuff like that, coming in now. But yeah, it seems like more people come in like the later it gets, I've noticed. Listen to Mark Kermode for more movie reviews. He's the best. I've never seen his videos. You saw the Watchmen superhero film with Doc Manhattan. Yeah, I like the movie Watchmen. I haven't seen that one in forever. I just donated $1,000 to your Patreon. Well, I don't have a Patreon, so I don't know what Patreon you gave it to. I've never made a Patreon ever. Like I said, the only kind of donation thing I have is is through the super chats. If you like eating weird stuff, check out Reckless Eating. No, I've seen some of the Reckless Eating videos. Do you still eat junk food? Yeah, I still have like yogurt. I mean, frozen yogurt and like that kind of stuff, and like I do have like candy kind of stuff, not like a big amount, like sometimes like the mini kind of things. I can't stand Netflix crap. Hey Sean, do you use anything like Real Good or Letterbox to keep track of your movies you've seen? I've never done that. Like basically the main way people that I know what I watched is on the Tuesday videos, and before that I was doing the updates, and that kind of like shows you 90% of what I watch for the most part. Who is the rudest celebrities you've ever met? I don't know who was really rude. I don't know, like who kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Um, no one for sure. Like it was really rude. Sometimes certain people are kind of like on their phone, sometimes and that kind of stuff. Or sometimes they're like certain people, like looking over their shoulder, looking. That's more like at a party or an event or something when you see somebody looking over their shoulder, looking for like who's more popular. You know what I mean? Or who's the bigger person to talk to. So you come across that kind of stuff more, but no one really rude. Chris, bad acting is subjective. Low budget films can be incredible. No, that's the thing that's true though with acting, with low budget movies and stuff like that. Just because it's low budget doesn't mean it's not good or the acting isn't good or anything like that. Because I mean, there's some bad acting in like big Hollywood movies. It kind of slips by. I heard it was around 20 miles, which is tiny. Order a comic book, Tom. Mystery Box Monthly. Comic book Tom. I know they have some comic book mystery boxes. Um, Perfect Blue was better. Black Swan was supposed to actually be a remake. I didn't know Black Swan was a remake. Do you sell physical media on eBay? No, I don't. I don't sell anything like that. Because like a lot of stuff, I get a review copies, and you're not allowed to sell them. So I keep everything. Everything have ever gotten, I've ever kept. Um, let's see here. Hey Sean, have you seen Monster Club with Vincent Price from the 1981? I don't think I've ever watched it. I know I've seen the Blu-ray of it though. Morbius, Morbius, March 19th, 2021. I was always calling that, me and my brother calling that movie Mobius. That's kind of like the title. I like to call that one Morbius, or however you say it. I like to call it Mobius, like man boobs, like Mobius. I will pay another $500 for you to remove that hat. I sold 120 discs to Declutter. Do you get a rash with loose skin? No, I've never had like any rashes like that. Um, Let's see here. Do you feel the burden of having so much physical media? I mean, I feel like I always have to move stuff around and stuff like that. And I do have to kind of put certain things, like if it's something that I know I'm not going to watch again, I put it into storage, and certain things that I kind of, I put into like a binder if I can't keep everything like that. Um, let's see here. There's actually going to be a Cannibal Holocaust game in PS4. I've heard about that. I definitely am interested in that Cannibal Holocaust video game. I think that'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's to see at least what you do in it. I see a $5 super chat here from Rocky. I started balding and immediately began shaving with a razor. I highly recommend you try it. Can you name your favorite John Carpenter films? Well, I can't do anything major right now. With like cutting my hair like that or anything like that, because if you guys saw, there is a fake head that was made of me, a life cast head that is being made for me for the movie Butcher's Bluff. So on it has the hair and everything like that. So I definitely cannot do anything drastic to like my appearance or anything like that, because that's going to be shooting. And I also, honestly, if you look at something like Clint Howard has like the toilet seat and that kind of look, and that's the look I'm going for lately, especially in the movies. So it works for that, and for like playing weirdos, because I know I'm kind of odd, so I can play weird characters, and I can play like kind of neurotic-y kind of stuff, and kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to work on my acting a lot more. If you guys, some of the stuff I'm filming lately, I feel like I've been getting a little bit more um, into it lately. I don't know why, but I don't know, I'm really trying a lot more lately. And it all depends too on, like, a lot of times I like to when I can improvise and I can kind of do my own thing with it, because sometimes the problem too with acting too is sometimes the scripts are a little weird, and if it's like kind of bad and you kind of have to do your best with it, you know what I mean? But when it comes to favorite John Carpenter movies, is probably They Live is one of my favorite ones to watch. I really like that movie a lot. But like I said, thanks so much, Rocky, for your $5 super chat, and thanks so much, guys, for the super chat. Or big help to the channel and the videos and everything. Let's see here. What do you think about Midsummer? I really like Midsummer. I know that's not a movie that everybody likes, but I really like that one. What do you think about Newport Beach or Ventura Beach opening? It's really weird though that certain things like that, or certain places are opening, like certain states like Atlanta or Hotlanta, and some of that kind of stuff. It's kind of weird. And they say how like the movie theaters are already open there. I don't know who would be going though, because it's like kind of like, it's fine to go in a store with a mask and like get things that you need or whatever, but like the idea of going to like the movie theaters and sitting in there, I wouldn't do that right now. You know what I mean? Like, and there's a lot of stuff like that. Like, and I think I heard something about Dollywood opening up soon, or something like that. I don't know if that's right, but it's kind of weird that some of that kind of stuff is happening. Because like Disney, I don't think Disney's going to be able to open for a really long time until they can like address so many different things. Let's see here. They should remake Gremlins. The original was lame, and Back to the Future too. I thought the original Gremlins was great, but I actually liked the second one better for some reason. Um, the second one I watched more. Back to the Future though, I know they've talked about like Tom Holland being in it. I mean, I'd watch it, but I kind of would like it to be like a fourth movie. You know what I mean? Like kind of a reboot, but yet a fourth movie at the same time. Like maybe Doc Brown like makes like he makes the time machine again for one reason or another, and something like that. I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of, or something bad happens, and they have to make the bring the thing out of storage or bring it make one again to kind of fix something that has happened again and something got messed up and they have to try and fix it, and maybe something spilled over from the past. They kind of only caught up with them now. There's definitely a possibility of things that they could do if they did it again. Um, let's see here. What are your thoughts on Dwayne Johnson voicing Knuckles in the next Sonic movie? I didn't hear about that. Um, let's see here. Super Chat has first priority. Yeah, Super Chat though. Like I don't want to make people who give a Super Chat wait, so I always jump to those first. For the questions. But then I try and because I figured out how now with the Super Chats. I figured out like the last time around I believe where you can click the thing, so I don't have to go all the way down. The only time I think I have to go down is if it's like a $2 Super Chat or anything under 5, then I have to scroll down. But anything that's 5, I'm able to click it, so I don't like lose the place. How come you come a long way, Sean, meeting celebrities and making friends? No, it's. I mean, I owe everything that I've done to YouTube. I mean, like everything that's happened for me, everything I've gotten to do, all the kind of acting things. I know I don't go to as many event type of things that Brendan goes to, but because the problem is I'm not right in LA. I also, I'm kind of picky with certain events and stuff like that, but I know he goes to more stuff, but I feel like I've gotten to do a lot of things in the film world that I'm really happy that I've gotten to do. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton was great. Did you know about the ending of Don't Look Now before watching it? I don't think I knew about it the first time I watched it, but yeah, Don't Look Now is a great, very creepy movie. And that always reminds me a little bit of Alice, Sweet Alice, if you ever seen that one. Did you ever play South Park: The Stick of Truth? No, I've never played that one. This might sound really biased, but your parts in horror mystery box were honestly the best bits. Well, thanks so much, Jeffrey. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it yet, I have a link below and you guys can check it out. A movie called Dark Web Mystery Box. It's a feature film that I, acted in throughout the movie. It's about people getting sent this mystery box and has a VHS in there, and bad things happen to everybody that watches it. So check that out if you guys get a chance to, and I'll let you guys know as well too when I get a copy of it, because there's going to be a DVD as well that you can order for that one if you guys want a physical copy of that one. Anyone getting up on those cheap Disney Steelbooks from Best Buy? Yeah, I've heard about that. There's a lot of sales going on. Did you hear Rad is coming out to Blu-ray? Yeah, I've talked about that one. Let's see here. Which is best, Howard or Kumar? I don't know. I like both of them. The best. But when it comes to the Howard and Kumar movies, if I like, what was the best of the films? I think the first one is the best one. Will you tour of Herb's art collection with him narrating it? Maybe we'll do something like that. I'll donate $5,000. Dance in bikini hats off. Yeah, if you. I don't have a bikini, but I guess if want me to get like in a thong or something. Signed Blu-rays auction off. Put your PayPal on screen and mail them to the winner. I wish I had more copies of some of my stuff, like some of my movies or something like that, to do that with. But like, sometime I have to do something like that. Favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film, of course Terminator 2, but like I like a lot of the comedies. So like nothing, but Kindergarten Cop and Twins are really fun to watch. Can you bid on stuff on the wall and put your PayPal on screen? I'm not selling any of my stuff. You know what I mean? So I like the stuff that I have, so I'm not selling anything though. Um, One of my favorite movies of all time is Amadeus. Are you a fan? Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever, and I know the main actress in there was in the movie Funhouse. Any signed Star Wars stuff? I don't think I have anything signed from there. You should meet up with Boogie. I've never met Boogie. Maybe sometime I'll get to meet him. I see a $5 $4.99 super chat here from Seamus Flynn. So it's SEAMUS Flynn. Thanks so much for your super chat. And he says, "Hey dude, I wanted to say thank you. Because your weight loss inspired me to go from 230 to 135 pounds. Well, thanks so much, and thanks so much for your super chat. But congratulations, though, on losing 100 pounds. And I'm like I said, that's one of my thing I'm always happy is with from me showing that somebody as heavy as I was could lose weight, and I'm always happy to hear that it helped inspire someone to lose weight as well. So thanks so much, and for your super chat, and like I said, I'm really glad that had helped you. Helped seeing me do it, inspired you to do it. But like I said, congratulations on your weight loss. And I see a $5 super chat here from Goth Feed. So it's GOTHIFIED. Hey Sean, just saw The Funhouse and thought it was a great underrated film. Just wondering if you know any other films similar to it. There was a movie called Dark Ride with Patrick Rea, or who was from the Big Green in the Sandlot. It was about people going into like a haunted house. It was on like Santa Monica Pier. They shot, I think that was where the exterior of it was. But Dark Ride, that was one. There was one called these are not great movies, but they're similar. One called Jack the Reaper, I think it's called Jack the Reaper or Jack the Ripper. Look up that one. I think it's Jack the Reaper, and it has Tony Todd has a little cameo in the movie. That one was all filmed in like this cool kind of abandoned amusement park out in the middle of the desert. They set it up out in the middle of the desert. It's actually a very cool movie, and there's some really wacky kind of fun characters in that one. But those ones are kind of similar movies. If you want stuff that are kind of like a haunted house kind of things that are similar kind of thing. Let's see. And also there's one called Carnival of Blood that was shot at Coney Island in New York. It's a really cheesy movie, but it was all like a killer killing people at Coney Island. That's another one I would recommend too. And when Carnival of Blood too, I'm not talking about the one with Hervé from Fantasy Island. This is another one that's something weird released. Does your dad go walking with us? No, he doesn't go walking with us when we do the walking. Let's see here. I think there might have been another super chat I might have missed. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any of the super chat from you guys. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chats tonight. Are a huge help to the channel, so really appreciate them. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. White Castle, I talked about that one. I talked about Rad. Something about Linda Blair. I met Linda Blair at a couple different conventions. Just on my way back to work at a hospital in the UK. What's your best UK movies? The best UK movies? I'm trying to think. There's so many different ones that I've watched that are like from the UK, like 28 Days Later, Get Real. There's like so many different ones. Train Spotting. Like a lot of different ones that I really like. Bean's Holiday or Mr. Bean, which was shot in the U.S., but I guess that's sort of considered UK. Scream 5, yeah, that's one. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. The Shining 4K horror, yeah, I do have that one on 4K. True Lies for sure, yeah, that's another one that definitely needs to get a Blu-ray release at some point. Do you have a pet? Yeah, I have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Is your brother excited about PlayStation 5 this winter? Yeah, we'll probably definitely get that because from what I've heard, it's gonna be able to play all the old games like finally because it's been a long time since like the early PlayStation 3 when they're gonna be all backwards compatible. So that's gonna at least I might be wrong, but at least that's what I've heard. So I think that's pretty cool. Do you like Ozzy Osbourne? I don't listen to too much of his music, but I liked him on, back in the day I watched the Osbournes like all the time. Stone Cold, You Should Shave It Off. Yeah, I can't shave any hair now because of these movies coming up and the way I have to look. And I really, really honestly like it. I mean, it's like I'm Clint Howard. You look at Clint Howard, he's made a career of being like that. So, I mean, like, I don't have the hat off in the thumbnails, but you know what I mean? Like, but it's really funny though. People really like, worry about my hair all the time. It's a weird thing. It's like I don't give a shit about it, but it's like everyone else worries about it. I think it's because I put a hat on, but it's just because that's kind of like the look. Hey, Sean, what's your story with the hat? Well, like honestly, I didn't wear a hat. I didn't like show myself in the old Around the Town vlogs because I was always worried about trying to cover up my hair because I didn't realize I could just put a hat on. I don't know why I didn't do that back then. Sean, do your hair in a mohawk? You can't really do that mohawk with the balding hair. Have you seen Flight of the Conchords? A funny show. I've seen a couple episodes of that one. Like I said, someone says hashtag shave your head, bro. Like I said, I can't. I'm gonna be like my ass would be reamed if I cut my hair now because of Butcher's Bluff because they're making a really well made cut off head for me for the movie. So and they have like hair on the side, so I can't do anything drastic like that. And I've been shooting a lot of stuff too, and I have to make sure too these things are done and they don't need any more footage for them. Have you seen Bored to Death with Jason Schwartzman? Very underrated show. No, I've never seen that one. Pay $100 for you to shave your head. No. Any tips for taking the DVD plastic off the cases that won't get stuck on the case? I don't know how. I think with some of those old DVDs, if the plastic was kind of melted onto the case, it's kind of hard to get it off otherwise. I don't think there's any way for those some of those ones that are like that to get them off otherwise. Justice League or Batman versus Superman? Between both of them, probably Batman versus Superman. It's 5 p.m. in Sydney now. Ghostbusters 1 or 2. Well, the one that I've watched the most is the sequel. I know it's not as good, but I love the Janos character in there. Go Bruce Willis One Day or Kick Ass. Bruce Willis though, my favorite like balding Bruce Willis look was in the Fifth Element. The way he like dyed it blonde like that whole look. I always liked that look. Sean, how do you feel about people who get older and have no passions as time goes on? Yeah, there's some people that are like don't have like any interests and stuff like that are kind of weird. Like I with me, like I see myself the stuff that I'm doing now doing forever, acting and all that kind of stuff and doing some kind of videos online. I mean, I don't see myself ever stopping doing YouTube and that kind of stuff. I think the movie Sweetheart was low budget, but it was an insane, fast-paced movie. The monsters and scenery was bonkers. Yeah, I've not seen Sweetheart. You can get $4,000 in 2 days off of eBay just from what's on the wall. Well, I don't think... The thing is, though, all the stuff on the wall is signed to me. Nobody wants anything signed, to me, to somebody. Hey, Sean, how do you... I talked about that one. Have you seen Human Centipede 2? I think it's the nicest movie I've ever seen. Yeah, no, that is really crazy. Eat CBD to calm down. Like I said, I don't talk about any of that kind of stuff, but there is something that's a different form of that I do. Hey, Sean, where does this guy live? I'm in San Diego. Hey, Sean, if you were in the movie Freaked, which Alex Winter freak character would you like to be in the film? I don't know, like just one of the monsters or something like that. I don't know which one for sure, though. Let's see here. Under the Silver Lake, I watched it last night. It's really good. Yeah, that was from the same director who did It Follows, and I feel like not a lot of people saw it. Let's see here. They won't remake Back to the Future till Zemeckis dies. Yeah, unless they came up with an idea that he really liked, or some kind of a sequel. Did you walk tonight? Yeah, I did do my walk tonight. Would you work in a movie theater? I did. I worked in a movie theater back in 2008 to 2010 for I think it was 2 full years. I was at Regal Cinema Hunt Valley 12. So if you guys want to look up any pictures of it, in the early vlogs too, From 2010, I showed that theater sometimes, like out front. But yeah, I did work at a Regal Cinema, and I was the person doing the box office, so I was doing that. And sometimes they had me do concession, but I never really liked being back there very much. So I did really well with the box office. It was kind of like a daunting kind of thing because it was like meticulous of you doing the same thing the whole time. So didn't really love it. I was not really honestly in a very positive mood about myself then, like at all. Like I was kind of depressed, pretty bad. I'm not going to get into my thoughts then, but I was not too good, honestly, then. I never talked about that, but I was not very good. Can you, let's see here, make a Patreon for people? Yeah, I feel like when things open up again, like I've talked about in the past for Patreon, I would like to do it for traveling to do videos on like video stores and stuff like that. I wouldn't do a Patreon unless I was doing something where I was giving you guys content for it. You know what I mean? So like I've said, I've talked about Patreon, and I would even like I might even do like if I was gonna do like a trip to go to a different state to maybe to go and cover like family video and do a video on family video and stuff like that. Maybe I would do it through super chats and I'd say like, oh yeah, I'm raising money to pay for the flight and the hotel room for 3 nights and to go around the area and like film it and give you guys content, or go to an East Coast convention and maybe I would like have you guys vote on which one would you guys like me to go to. You know what I mean? I would want it to be like a very included thing, and for if I did something like that. But for now though, like I said, I don't have any Patreon. The big thing though for helping out the channel is just through the super chats. Let's see here. Sean acted good in his death scenes. He screamed like he was really afraid. Well, thanks. Like I said, I'm trying with the stuff. I really do like getting killed in movies. Like that to me is like my favorite stuff to do. I don't like playing like really serious kind of characters that are like if there's no comedy to it, like even a little bit, it's not as interesting, or like characters that say stuff that I never would say. Like if it's like really weird nowadays, like the lines, I kind of tell the director, can we change this the way I would say it? Because I don't want it to be like not like out of, you know what I mean? I kind of try to make it as interesting as I could. Will you collab with Wet Movie 1? Well, whenever we can see people again, because right now you're not supposed to see other people besides people in your house and stuff like that. But at some point maybe I'll see him again, because there's not really any conventions for a long time. Like all of them were canceled, like Comic-Con and all that. So it sucks because Comic-Con is like my favorite thing to do. So it's really sucks that I'm not going to be able to do it this year. And I have to wait till all the way till next year. Let's see here. The Fog 2005. Yeah, that's a really, really bad movie. The Fog remake. Do you ever flip the Disney Blu-rays? I can't buy them here in Sydney, Australia. I would love to get Honey I Shrunk and Black Hole. I don't have them. The Blu-rays of those ones. I definitely would like to get them at some point, though. But you might be able to get them through eBay, though, I would think. It was Frozen today. Let's see, I talked about the movie theater. No respect for Christopher Lloyd. I feel like, Christopher Lloyd is very underrated, I feel like. Are you familiar with the theory of Wizard of Oz syncing up perfectly with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon? No, I know that. MJ back in the day, I remember he did that. He tried to like sync them up and he like filmed it off the TV. I remember like sitting there like watching that at his house, like years back. I remember, I don't know when it was, like 2006 or something like that he did it, but I totally remember when he tried to sync them up. Let's see here, and I'll probably be on here for I usually like to try and go to like 2 hours, so I'll probably be on here like 42 more minutes or so. And the super chat is on too if you guys have any super chat comments or anything, or super chat questions. What do you think of Hell House LLC? I thought it was okay. I didn't absolutely love it. Like some of those haunted house ones like that I like better than others. I did like The House is October Built though. I thought that one I really liked a lot. What was the last movie you saw in theaters before they were closed? The last one I saw was The Hunt. That was the last film, the actual one in theaters. Movies that are similar to the Funhouse, definitely one called Dark Ride, and maybe to an extent Ghoulies 2. Yeah, you're right. That's a movie that's similar to the Funhouse as well. I loved your photo album video. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, thanks, Beck. I'm going to do and at some point, another video on photo albums, because I have a bunch of other pictures to show. I have a video I think I'm going to put up maybe tomorrow or today technically, showing like Disney theme park maps. I know that's not a video that everyone cares about, and I also have a video sometime next week, showing out of print horror movies, so that one will be coming soon as well. Did you like the Bogus Witch Project? I only saw that one time, so I have not seen that in forever. Did you pre-order Dolly Dearest? I should be getting a copy of that from Vinegar Syndrome to review, hopefully, because I can't wait to see that one on Blu-ray. You should do a meet and greet and have lunch with some of your YouTubers. Maybe something like that. I've never done like a meet and greet kind of thing. I mean, at conventions I see viewers and stuff like that. Mainly at horror conventions is where I see the most people, and then at Comic-Con I would see people, every second, who are like maybe every 5 minutes saying, "Oh, I love the tour videos," especially if I'm in an area where it's kind of like people can see you more, or they see me filming, because I kind of got known at Comic-Con for being the guy who does the tour, because for some reason no one else does those videos. I love tour videos of things, but there's very few people who actually do them. Like I said, it sucks I can't do it this year though, but I understand it though, why, it's closed. Who is your favorite character from Come Fly With Me? I really like the old woman in Come Fly With Me, who's like, I've never flown before. And I also like the one who works at the coffee shop, that character who says, "We've got cups, we've got coffee, but we've got no water, so we're forced to close." Like, that character is really funny as well too. It's 12:26 in Los Angeles, so I'm not that far behind now. I'm catching up. I may have missed some of the comments. Hopefully I'm not missing any of these ones. Hey, so is the whole hat thing basically a YouTube trope? I assume you don't walk around your house wearing a hat when you're not filming. Am I correct? Yeah, no. When I'm walking around the house, I don't have a hat. When I'm walking the neighborhood now, I don't have a hat. When I'm at the gym, I don't wear a hat. I only really have a hat in the videos, and even in the movies now, I've taken off the hat a lot. So there's a lot of stuff lately you can see without the hat. Why does everyone care about the hat? I don't know. I feel I just like talking about the hat. It's kind of like a weird thing. I just call it Coolduder's balding hat. This bad guy named Will Sarita is making fun of you going out and showing wet movies out and about too on Twitch, and making fun of it and making money off of it. No, I know. Brendan was telling me about that. That guy was putting it on Twitch or something like that. I didn't see it. I don't look at his videos, but yeah, I do know. That's going. That he's been doing that. Let's see here. You should do a meet and greet and have lunch. I talked about that one. Linda Blair is super nice. Yeah, and I've never had a problem with when I met her, she's always been nice. Justice League reminds me of old school Justice League shows. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I talked about that. Why doesn't everyone care about his hat? Are you down with the funky shit? I don't know. The bad guy, I talked about that. You should open up your P.O. box again. I got sent so much weird stuff. And like right now too, I really wouldn't want a lot of, I don't, because I get stuff in the mail, and I always have to throw the boxes away real quick because I don't want to like have them in the house and everything. But maybe someday. But the problem is, it's hard because sometimes it gets flooded with stuff, and I have to go there. Like in Maryland, when I had the P.O. box, I had to go there like a couple times a week, and I would get calls from the post office, and they'd be yelling at me, going, "You need to get here. You need to come here and pick up all your stuff. We have all this stuff here. You got to pick it up." So I was getting yelled at. I was getting yelled at like all the time about the P.O. box. But I see a $20 super chat here from Eric D. Thanks so much, Eric, for your $20 super chat. Like I said, guys, I appreciate the super chats so much. Are a huge help to the channel and the videos. But let's see what Eric says. Do you think they'll ever bring back After Dark Horror Fest? I love indie horror films. I was really bummed they stopped doing it after 2015. Would also love to see the previous films get released on Blu-ray. Now, After Dark Horror Fest, I don't know if you guys remember that, but like I remember like when they first came out, they would like have like these deals at Best Buy. It was like, oh, you buy 3 After Dark, you buy 3 DVDs, you get 1 half off, or you buy like all 7 of them or 8 of them or something like that, and you get like a deal. I remember that, but I really loved the After Dark Horror Fest. Were they called 8 Films to Die For? Was that part of the After Dark Horror Fest? I think. But I remember the last batch of I think were they from the Horror Fest, like the Lumberjack Man and that kind of stuff. But I do remember though really liking those ones, and there was also some other ones too. They were like another line too that like was from Sam Raimi's produced as well. I don't think they were part of the After Dark Horror Fest, but yeah, I would love if they released them on Blu-ray because those ones never had Blu-ray releases. But yeah, it would definitely be cool if they did those again. I feel like now though, like Shudder is kind of like, because you know Shudder does exclusives and they release those ones on DVD. I almost feel like the Shudder exclusives are almost like kind of some of the stuff that would be part of the After Dark Horror Fest. But like I said though, thanks so much Eric D for your super chat. Let's see here. Do you remember the classic '90s movie Little Marines? It never made it past VHS. No, I've never seen Little Marines. What did you do to lose all the weight? I was basically going to limiting my calories to 1,500 calories a day, and then going to the gym. And going to the gym at the time 4 times a week, and then doing that the treadmill and everything for 2 hours. So that was what I was doing to lose the weight. I was, like I said, keeping count of all my calories and being really careful and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie? What's your favorite horror movie series? Mine's Friday the 13th. Well, and when it comes to like series, probably for me as well would be Friday the 13th, because out of all of them, I feel like I like most of those ones more than with the Halloween series, because with the Halloween series, there's some of them that I don't really like that much or haven't watched too often. With the Friday the 13th films, I've watched all of them, through, and have, like, there's none of them that I don't like. And then same with Nightmare on Elm Street, I really like those ones as well. Do you remember, I talked about Little Marines, will you ever do a movie night on your channel so we could watch movies together with you? I couldn't show the footage of the movies, but I could do like a watch along kind of thing, because I see Grace Randolph is doing that a lot. Like talking, like kind of doing a commentary while she watches a movie. So maybe something like that sometime. And I might do like maybe someday I'll do like a movie night video, kind of if there's like a couple different things to watch. Maybe I'll do something like that at some point. There's a family video over a town or two over. Yeah, family video. I would love though to go to one of them and document it and do like a full kind of tour of it. Same with, I would love to go to the last Blockbuster. That would be another thing I would love to go to. But what would suck is if I got to the family video and then I got yelled at for filming. So I would kind of have to, because like the Flick Pick filmed in a family video. I think it was like a sponsored thing, but I would just want to go there and just like know I could go and film it right without, because I wouldn't want to like go and then get screamed at, or I've never really gotten yelled at filming anywhere, but I feel like my luck it would happen. You know what I mean? Have you seen Extraction with Chris Hemsworth? No, like I said, I talked about that earlier in here. I've not seen that one yet. Have you seen the movie Boys Club with Patrick Renna? And how did you like it? Was that the movie with Devon Sawa? Was that one I saw, but I don't think I've seen the other one. I don't know. I can't remember. I've not seen that in so long. Let's see here. Are you a fan? Hey Sean, been a fan of yours for over 10 years, and your weight loss is treating you. How's the weight loss treating you mentally and physically? I mean, like the one thing is like sometimes, it's weird though to not like because I was one of those people who always would stress eat, so I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? So I have to that kind of stuff, because like if I would get really stressed, you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and eat something. You know what I mean? So like you gotta like kind of get past that kind of mindset. Would you be all for House Guest getting a Blu-ray release? House Guest, yeah, with Sinbad and why am I blanking on the name? Why am I Phil Hartman. I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but how that I feel like it might not though, because it's Disney, and for a little while Disney said we're coming to Blu-ray because Kino and Echo Bridge, I think, bought some of their movies, and maybe Mill Creek as well, but I would love that. Someone says, why do you call Wetmore You Won the Crypt Keeper? I said that in some of the early videos. That was just because at one point he was so, like, he was too thin, and that, like, people were saying that in the comments or something like that. And even he said that in the convention. Problem Child 3 Blu-ray release 3, Problem Child 3 Blu-ray release. Yeah, that would be cool if they put that one out, though. This bad guy name, I talked about that. What was the last disappointing movie you saw? What did I watch lately that I didn't really like that much? Like, I didn't like Rhythm Section too much. Like, that one I couldn't get. I mean, it was okay. I just didn't, like, love that movie too much. Um, so that was one of the last ones I remember, like, not really liking too much. Some movies that are, like, super serious in tone, too, I don't get into too much. Last time I saw Onward in the theater, and I taped myself going so I could remember how it was. Oh, that's cool. You know, I still need to watch that one. Do you prefer Eastbound and Down or Vice Principals? Between the two of those shows, I really like. I would say Vice Principals. It's more my kind of like humor in that one. It's just like so ridiculous. Would you ever film or review Halloween Haunted House, or do you still not like them? Well, I filmed going to Not Scary Farm. Um, I would love to go, to Horror Nights and film, because you can film there without problems. Some of them you get yelled at a little bit, but yeah, I would like to go to one, with permission. You know what I mean? I'd have to have a better camera for night shots and stuff like that. I'd love to do one too when they put a camera on you walking through, and they do that like with Tim Tracker and some people, because I would love to see me, because I get pretty freaked out sometimes. Do you have OCD? Yes, very OCD. So that's why, like, on Tuesday, um, when I have to change my intro and change the way I do things and everything, it was really hard. I was like struggling at first to figure out how to do the videos on Tuesday and how I was going to change it up. And because, like I said, I'm so OCD, I'm so used to doing things a very specific way. When I had to change it or things change, it just throws me off so bad. Um, let's see here. Where are we now? Make sure I don't miss. Let's see. Watch any sports? No, I don't really watch too many sports. Someone says Mr. Hat. Well, it's not really Mr. Hat. It's Balding Hat is what I call it. Uh, Favorite '80s horror. I've talked about this a lot, but probably Day of the Dead is one of my favorites. Um, Will Stop Collecting. Do you think you'll ever stop collecting? I don't think so. I really don't see that. Because, like, that's like the one in my thing. Whole thing is like my favorite thing is collecting, and you know, going to the store and getting stuff, and like that. That's the thing is like, I like, even if I wasn't doing videos, I'd still be going on Tuesdays to Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, to look for something. Like, it's just like sort of what I've gone every Tuesday. I mean, even when I was as a kid, my mom would go when I was at school. So that's like always just what I've done. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been like Mr. Physical Media and into all that kind of stuff. I've been watching you since I was a sophomore in high school. I love your channel. I haven't been able to watch you as much, but always wished I had a movie collection as big as yours. Well, thanks so much for watching since then. I'll hopefully be going to my first ever Comic-Con in Birmingham, UK in June. Any tips? Yeah, hopefully it still happens. Comic-Con out here in July got canceled. But just kind of you can look ahead of time at, like, on, like, they usually have like a floor plan, and they have like a list of things of like the events and that kind of stuff. So plan ahead and like look up the times of things, and kind of like have like a checklist, write down like the kind of things you want to make sure you don't miss, because the thing is, like, a lot of times they have like panels and stuff, and they're kind of held around the same time. So sometimes you have to make sure you don't miss one, and then you can kind of write down too. A lot of times they have exclusives at Comic-Con, so you want to make sure you know like what exclusives you're looking for, and like kind of like when they open, which ones to go to first, because some things sell out really quick. That kind of stuff. Hobbies besides movies, like with me, everything is movies. Collecting movies, acting in movies. So it's like kind of everything I do is movie related. Do you miss Maryland? I don't really, because the thing is, like, MJ doesn't live there anymore. He's in, for as far as I know, in Colorado, I believe. So I don't miss Maryland, because there's not really a lot of people there that I know anymore. Like, there's some people like Victor, and like that I have some friends there, but not a ton. So like, I don't have any family there anymore. So there's nothing really there. I do want to go back to Maryland and do a video showing what it's like now, and like the way things change and all that kind of stuff. What percentage does YouTube take from your super chats? I don't know for sure the amount of super chats. I think it takes like 20% or 30%, something like that, out of the super chats. So you don't get all of the money through the super chats, but I'm just, like I said, I appreciate the super chats from you guys so much. Like I said, even though they take some of it, it's a huge help to the videos and the channel and all that kind of stuff. I'm a reaffirmed slipcover Garter. I keep the covers now. I will say in the very beginning of Blu-rays, when I first got them, I wasn't keeping a lot of the slipcovers either. I have no idea why. Now I'm really crazy about the slipcovers. Like I don't even like that want to get it if it doesn't have the slipcover for certain things, especially like for like Shout Factory, like Scream Factory ones. Like I always want them to have the slipcovers. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm now like all into that. Let's see here. From fat to fit, you really are a motivational person. Well, thanks so much. You know, like I try, and I try to help people, you know, show that if I did it, they can do it, you know, if they're wondering. I see a $2 super chat here from Warwick02. Thanks so much, Warwick, for your $2 super chat donation. Thoughts on Child's Play 3? Yeah, and also take your hat off. Well, everyone wants like a quick hat off. Everyone's like wants hats off. Normally, the hats off are like, you know, I'm doing them though. Everyone has a thing, but they're just quick when they're a $2 super chat for the hat. But everybody wants a super chat for the hat off. But when it comes to Child's Play 3, that was actually, I think, the first Child's Play movie I ever saw, I believe. And that's at the, you know, the boarding school. You know what I mean, like the army. You know, like the military academy. I actually really like that one. Mike Starr said, "Do you ever go to church?" No, I'm not really. I don't really go to church at all. That's not really my thing. I have no problem if that's someone's thing at all, though. But like that's never been my thing. I only ever went like with my grandmother, like years ago, and it was never like, I don't know. I never really liked it. I don't know. It's just like I don't like sitting in a place like that, and I don't know. It's just not my thing. Favorite Spielberg directed film, Spielberg movie. I think my favorite is Jurassic Park. Honestly, that's like the one I've watched the most. But I like a lot of his movies. But I really do think Jurassic Park though is my favorite ones. Are you political? What are your political views? Are a view of for Trump? I don't really say anything about that kind of stuff. I'll just say like Trump now is saying some like weird things. Like I don't know like. And I think a lot of people are having a hard time defending some of the weird things that he's saying because they're getting like more and more peculiar. When recording your videos, how is it that you never had somebody walk in on you? Do you put a do not disturb sign on your doorknob? Let your family know when you're recording? Well, like when I do like the DVD reviews on the Tuesday videos, I do those out in the DVD room. So you know, like they kind of know and they can kind of hear me out there. They did walk in though on from the videos in the past. If you saw some of the ones, like the early DVD collection update videos that were in the basement, every so often they would come down the steps or open the door and I'd be like looking back. So there was some of that kind of stuff. So early on, I see a $2 super chat here from Bob Gray. Bob Gray. What are some of your favorite scores in films? Like some of my favorite like scores when I think of like movie soundtracks, like the scores and stuff like that. A lot of Danny Elfman's music is some of my favorites. You know, like Beetlejuice, Pee-wee are some of my favorite scores. One I really liked too that was I always thought was really good was The Village. I don't know why I really love the music in that movie so much. I like a lot of synth kind of score music too. You know, like stuff like Mandy. I really like the music in that. Beyond the Black Rainbow, a lot of that kind of music. And then like a lot of one of my other favorite ones is Dennis the Menace movie. Like I love that music in that movie. I want to send fan mail. Like I said, I don't have a P.O. box yet. Maybe some point I'll have one. Last movie I saw was Terminator 3. Not as good as part 1 or 2, but I need to watch after the other two. Yeah, some certain times with certain movies you kind of have to watch them like all together. I have OCD too. It sucks, but your videos are my therapy. Yeah, like OCD is a pain in the ass. It's tough. It's tough to deal with sometimes because you get so used to certain things. The Convent movie from 2006. Yeah, that actually has the guy in it too. If you guys remember Kelly Shoes, he actually acted in that movie. Beer is good for you in moderation, but it's best when you get the buzz from the epicness on screen. Yeah, I mean, like I don't drink though, so I haven't drank in a long time. Are you on a first name basis with the people at Best Buy and Walmart? Not really. Like I don't like in Walmart. I don't really see people that like talk to me too much. Like in the section at Walmart, like I don't really, like, no one's really there too often. There are some Walmarts where they lock the stuff up so you have to get the stuff, which I honestly, though, if I had to have them open the case, I wouldn't know where to find the people. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like in the movie section, so often it's like a ghost town sometimes. Like I don't see anybody working there. Like in Best Buy in Maryland, though, I feel like there was people there that I kind of knew. Um, let's see here. I'm more of a first on basis of like knowing people at like Panera Bread and like some of those kind of places. Um, where have you seen the Wisconsin collection? No, I've never seen that. When recording, I talked about that. Did you enjoy The Gentleman? Yeah, I talked about that. I think my video last Tuesday, but I really like that one. Do you have an agent? No, everything I've done acting wise is all been myself. I've kind of found people, people have contacted me, all that kind of stuff. If you buy a new movie, are you OCD with the cases and the discs have scratches or cracks? Well, I pay attention to that kind of stuff. Like sometimes you know, sometimes the like if the case, like the thing slips out of the case, like sometimes I've gotten some stuff in the mail to review and the discs are like kind of fell out of the case and I'm like, oh god, you know what I mean? But like luckily enough they've been okay, but like I do worry about that kind of stuff. um, he must be rich, he ain't auctioning off his items for thousands. No, not rich, no. A lot of people always say that kind of stuff, but no. That's why I said like super chats and donations, all that stuff really help. But like this stuff, I gotta say this stuff is not worth auctioning. I like it, but it's not. It's signed to me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have any value like that. I'll never stop collecting films. It's so much fun. Yeah, to me that's like my favorite stuff to do. Like I would never see myself not doing that. Have you seen favorite gay interest film or of all? Like LGBT like movies. The top one is probably "But I'm a Cheerleader." That one is a great movie. Same with "Get Real," which I've talked about in the past. Both those ones are some of the best ones. Um, and yeah, those are, I would say, are two of the top ones. Over 250 year outstanding. Yeah, yeah, that's how much I lost. Over 250 pounds. But yeah, thanks so much. New Bill and Ted came out. Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna see a trailer for that one. I can't wait to see it. What happens if you run out of space when you're collecting? What will you do? I just have to keep moving stuff around, making more room, and all that kind of stuff. Um, let's see here. Have you seen the Wisconsin collection? Do you average 1K month with your YouTube channel? You're not supposed to talk about how much you make on YouTube. I remember like hearing that you're not supposed to talk about like totals or amounts or anything like that. How do you eat good? So good. I need carbs daily. How do you? Well, I do eat stuff that has carbs. I don't like not have carbs. I'm just much more careful with like the calories of things and that kind of stuff. I reckon you would look good with the Jason Statham look, shaved head. Yeah, it might not be a bad kind of look. Um, where do you live? I talked about that one already. I'm in San Diego. I see a $2 super chat here from Warwick02. Any tips on eating more vegetarian vegan, please? Well, like eating more like vegetarian and vegan, like there's a lot of like if you don't want to cook, there's a lot of different decent TV dinners, honestly, that are not bad from Amy's. Check out and like they have them in pretty much everywhere. Target has a lot of them. Target also has like one called like Sweet Earth. This is not a bad one. And a lot of places too, you can even just go there and get vegetarian versions of things. Like any kind of dishes, you can get them without the meat in them. Some places though, like pickup sticks, like they have stir-fried vegetables, but for some reason they put like chicken stock in them. I have no clue why they do that, so I don't get that one. But that's what I would say is like you also could look up recipes, but I feel like if you just want to start off easy though, I would start with like Amy's TV dinners are really not bad. I would definitely recommend those ones. Let's see here. Do you enjoy? I talked about that one. Um, let's see here. Have you seen Afterlife yet? Is that another movie or is that the one with Christina Ricci? If it's Christina Ricci one, I've seen that one. Do you like Scooby-Doo? Yeah, I absolutely loved Scooby-Doo as a kid. Like, I like the live-action movies. The new movie, though, Scoob, I know that's going to go now directly to on demand. Um, I reckon you would look good. I talked about that with Jason Statham. What do you think about Rocket Man? I didn't like Rocket Man as much as I was hoping. I didn't like it as much as Bohemian Rhapsody, but I thought it was still good, but I just didn't like it as much. Someone says, turn the page, wash your hands. Yeah, that's from Rocco. Turn the page, wash your hands. How much money for the rest of the video with the hat off? Oh, I don't know, because I'm only going to be on here for 15 more minutes. But I don't know what a super chat would be for the hat off the entire time. The last 15 minutes, if somebody wants it. But I don't know what it would be. I really don't know. Yeah, people really like the hat off, though. It's a funny thing. People want like to see the shine. What's your favorite Criterion release? And will you do a Criterion overview? I have all the Criterion movies kind of mixed in together, so I don't have them separated. That's otherwise I would do like a favorite one. But one of my favorite recently though was some of the John Waters ones that they've been putting out. I also like Don't Look Now. Blowout is really good for Criterion. I have to get Bamboozled at some. I mean, Bamboozled at some point. The Spike Lee movie, which is a really good movie. Next time they have a Criterion sale, because Barnes and Noble, I'm pretty sure isn't open in person. I don't think so at all. I don't even think you can do like pickup at the store. I need to look again when I drive by one, but I don't think so. So I don't think there would be a Criterion sale like that. Do you like John Carpenter's musical scores? Yeah, no, I love, like, all of his music is great. And there's even some, too, where he's just done the music for it, but he didn't, direct the movie. Favorite music artists? Like, I like a lot of 80s music, but, like, new stuff, I watch, like, new music, people that I listen to is, like, Churches, Purity Ring, a lot of music like that, like synth pop kind of stuff. Someone says more collection videos coming soon. Yeah, the next one I have is an out of print horror collection video. So that's I think it's about 30 minutes. So that one will be coming maybe Thursday or Friday, something like that. Does Criterion send you movies to review? I get some stuff from them, not everything, but I do occasionally get some stuff from Criterion to review. Which I'm always surprised when I do, because they're one of those places that doesn't, I know, send as many review copies out. First name basis at Menchie's for sure. Well, Menchie's is closed now, which sucks. You can't even do a pickup of that. You can go to Yogurtland. So I've been doing that once a week. I used to go to Menchie's like all the time, like at least 2 or 3 times a week. But yeah, the one woman in Menchie's that we became friends with. So yes, we did have a first name basis in Menchie's. So that is true. I did have one at Menchie's. Favorite Martin Scorsese film? Definitely Taxi Driver. Do you go to pawn shops or out of print films? There was one that I went to. If you look up, I think it was called like Amazing Out of Print Find or something like that. And I went to a pawn shop. But that one though, now they don't have movies anymore. But I definitely want to go to more when everything opens up again. I'll definitely go to more of them and try and find them. I like doing those mainly with Danny. So at some point we want to go to like Arizona and do something because I like places I can drive to, and I know we could drive to Arizona, and then we would do going to like pawn shops and some different movie stores out there. Vegas though, I love Vegas, but Vegas does not have too many movie places. There's some pawn shops, but not a ton. Besides Zia Records, I never found that much amazing stuff in Vegas. Sean is rich? No. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Hopefully still doing the acting and everything like that. That's like what I really want to keep doing and do more and more stuff. And, maybe within 5 years is my goal to end up in something Blumhouse. Like that's like the one company that I'd love to end up in one of their movies. And I know people that work there. And like so maybe it can happen. Like that's like, and not like a one that's a Blumhouse one that goes to streaming. I want to do one of the theater ones. Like that's like a dream. Something, even if it's one line, I don't care what I do in it. That's like something I definitely would like to do. But I do see a super chat here from Warwick02, and I think it came a minute ago and I missed that. So thanks so much, Warwick02, for your super chat. Favorite and least favorite Adam Sandler film? Favorite Adam Sandler movie? most recently is Uncut Gems, but that's tied though with Billy Madison. Billy Madison will always be like my top favorite Adam Sandler movie ever. I've watched that movie so many times. I always wish too there would be like an extended cut of that movie because I feel like there's tons of deleted scenes for that particular movie, and it would be cool to see like an extended one or like a whole bunch of outtakes released, like if like Arrow Video or Criterion or somebody put it'd be kind of funny if Criterion did, but I'd like it, But least favorite Adam Sandler movie, probably Spanglish. For some reason, I need to watch it again sometime, but for some reason I never really liked Spanglish. I don't know why. That one I just didn't like too much. So I'm going to be on here now for about 12 more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chats for the last 12 minutes, like I said, I'll be on here for about 12 more minutes. And like I said, thanks so much, guys, for the super chats tonight. I really appreciate that. And like I said, really a huge help with the channel and the videos. Let's see here. Do you prefer living in San Diego or Maryland? No, I really like San Diego. Like, I'm really glad where I am because I feel like if I lived in Maryland, I may not have ever lost the weight. Because I don't know, I just feel like people out here are much more conscious to the weight. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe they're not, but I feel like I don't know, just don't know if I would have lost the weight if I was in Maryland still. So either way, I'm really glad I am where I am now. Love Simon's good. No, Love Simon, that's another really good movie. How much was the most you made from acting in a movie, and what film paid the most? If you feel uncomfortable, I don't want to say the most what movie, but there was one thing that was like $1,500 a week. Some things are like $500 a day. It really depends. You know what I mean? It's all over the place. Some stuff's just like $50. You know what I mean? Like if something I shoot it myself, so it kind of all ranges. You know what I mean? Like so it kind of is like a big range of stuff like that. But I won't do stuff anymore if it's not. The number one stuff for me for movies is flight, hotel, and the expenses. Like those have got to be covered. I won't do it out of state if those things are not covered. It's not worth it to me because I've done so many things now. There's no point. It's not worth me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to use any of my own money doing anything. So like if I have to go, even if I drive up to LA, I get gas money and then some kind of a rate and that kind of stuff. Are paid checks decent acting in B movies? I guess it depends on the role. Yeah, it kind of really depends on, the movie and all that kind of stuff. Do you like the movie Shallow Hal? Yeah, I like Shallow Hal. That's a Farley Brothers movie that you don't hear talked about as much as some of the other ones. How many movies do you watch a day? Average a day? Sometimes it can be like 2 or 3 if it's like a lot of stuff or have a bunch of stuff to review. I think it's been up to 4 sometimes, but usually like one thing at the most, usually. But then some nights there's stuff like I watch a lot of TV. Like after I'm done here, I have to watch, I watch my brother, American Idol film from their houses. So I'm really interested in that and seeing everybody's house. So that'd be kind of interesting to see that. And then I might watch, as I got the Blu-ray I was talking about earlier, Sydney White, so I might watch that one. The Amanda Bynes movie, Pamela Anderson in her prime or Jenna Jameson. Between both of them, probably Jenna Jameson. Can you cook? Not really. I mean, certain things that I make, but not really. Cheeseburgers, yum. Pizza, yum. I do like pizza. If I eat pizza, I don't eat meat, so I eat veggie burgers. Afterlife is the Netflix with Ricky Gervais. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, I did not know that. Ever seen the movie Ray? Yeah, I've seen that movie. Haven't seen that. I only saw that once though. Will you take your hat off on Chatterbait? No. I don't know. Maybe I've never gone on there. I really wouldn't want to do like nude kind of thing like that. Like that. I mean, like, if I was better looking, maybe I would be like doing something like that, like a guy doing something like that. But I'm not like anything to be proud of like that. Hip Hop Central gave a $2 super chat here. Last House on the Left, remake or original? I'm a huge fan of Sarah Paxton, so I really like the remake. I think that the remake is a little bit more watchable, a little bit. The original, though, David Hess, though, is so good. Like, he's kind of what makes that movie, you know what I mean? But I think, like, that's kind of the more fun, not fun movies, but I think it's the remake is a little bit more palatable than the original. And the original one is really like filmed in this really grimy kind of way. I still do like it though, the original one. Did you get anything during the Arrow Easter sale? No, I didn't get anything for the Arrow Easter sale. Ever watch Found Flicks? I think so. I think I've seen some stuff on there. Any more videos about Tubi or other streaming services coming soon? Maybe I'll do one on Hulu next. Maybe like for next Monday or something like that. I definitely need to do more of them because I still have to do. I did Tubi for horror movies. I've noticed though that the horror streaming videos get the most attention. People seem the most interested in them than the other ones because like people weren't as interested in my comedy one. So I'll probably do more horror ones. So I might do a horror one for Netflix, a horror one for Hulu, horror one for Amazon Prime, but I'm trying not to do everything all at once. The next big one will be the out of print video. So that's going to be coming soon. Trolls World Tour. Yeah, I need to see that one. I have not seen that yet. Watch Heavy Spoilers channel. I've never seen that channel. Do you still collect adult films for the music? I like some of those like the Black Emmanuel films and stuff like that. I have some of those soundtracks. There's no resale value for physical media. Not necessarily. Vincent, the price of certain things, like I don't sell anything, but when you look up the value of certain Arrow video, like the out of print ones, it's immense. It's really high. But there's a lot of super generic stuff, like stuff like Charlie's Angels and Matrix and that kind of stuff is never going to be valuable like that because it's just too much of it. If it's a small limited release or something like that, it was a much limited thing, that has the value. Sasha Grey, Sasha Grey is great. I was a fan of her adult films and a fan of her, mainstream acting. Did you get anything? Talk about that. What's your favorite A24 movie? Recently, though, Uncut Gems. Other A24 ones that I like? I'm trying to think of other really good ones. The Witch was really good. Midsummer. Ever watch Louis with Louis C.K.? He's kind of canceled these days because of the stuff he's done. But I never watched that show. I never did. Let's see. I see a $2 super chat that came in here from Hip Hop Central. What do you think of American Horror Story 1984? Yeah, that was the slasher one. That was the newest one, right? Yeah, at the summer camp. I like that one. Some of the episodes were slower than the others, but by the end of it, I found myself really thinking about that season for some reason. I'm hoping they put out some kind of a Blu-ray of it. Well, they're probably not going to do a Blu-ray because they don't seem to sell well on Blu-ray, but hopefully they put at least a DVD of it because I would like to get that one. I wish, though, they would do features. They never do. Like anything, like any special features on their releases, though, for some reason. Let's see here. Buy new Blu-rays with Super Chat, new video. Yeah, if I ever did like a live video in a store, I could do like a super chat kind of thing when people would like super chat for me to buy weird stuff that I never had seen to watch or review or something like that. South Park hates everyone. I guess. Yeah, I mean they kind of have problems with everybody. I see a $5 super chat here from Warwick02. Hey Sean, I just did a short film for the Roger Corman Fest called Home Video. Would you mind checking it out, please? Also a fan of Little Nicky. Yeah, I've seen a couple people I know who have been doing video for Roger Corman's contest, short film contest. But everybody check out, go to Warwick02's channel and check out his video, though, for his Roger Corman contest. I believe that's where you would go to see it. You can also, you can post a link in here, too, for anyone to go to it, to see it. But when it comes to, Little Nicky, that's an Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, you don't hear about that as much as some of the other Adam Sandler movies, but I really do like that one as well. I saw that one maybe 2 months ago or something before the gym closed and everything. I saw that again on TV, and it's a very fun movie. Let's see here. Going Overboard is the worst. Yeah, Going Overboard was not great. Punch Drunk Love. Yeah, that was another good Adam Sandler movie. Do you get residuals? Not really. I've never really had one where it was like a contract like that for residuals. When I think about it, I wish there was like residuals for some of the stuff that aired on TV, but I've never had anything like that. I would like to get. People said about 5 years. I would love to get on like one TV show, at least one episode, like some kind of a sitcom-y kind of thing, as like a person who's in for like one scene or something like that. That would be kind of a cool thing as well. Let's see here. So I'm on here now for about 3 more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chats or anything like that, let's see here. Who the hell in their right mind would say the remake of Last House on the Left is better than the original? Well, it's not better. It's more palatable. It's a more watchable movie because the original one is just so like hard to watch. The original is a better movie, but I think the original one is a little bit better watchable. The remake. Would you ever wear a hair wig? If a movie wanted me to, like if they wanted me to put on a wig in a movie or something like that, I would. You know what I mean? But like I wouldn't like go out of my way and be like, oh, I gotta wear a wig. You know what I mean? Like some people have like, oh, in my contract I have to have a wig. You know what I mean? Like I would never be like that kind of a thing. Amazon Prime has a perfect selection of obscure stuff. Yeah, I've looked through Amazon Prime. There's a lot of stuff like that on there, like obscure kind of things. What are your thoughts on Who's Watching Oliver? I believe I reviewed that one, and the star of it watches my videos. The actor who plays Oliver in that movie, but that was actually a pretty good movie. Let me see. Let me make sure that's the right one. Yeah, who's watching Oliver? Yeah, Russell Godfrey Banks. Yeah, like I've talked to him a lot online. He watches some of my videos, but that's a pretty good movie. The who else was in that movie? Sarah McCall Lane, who I was also in the movie Valley Drowner, but she was in a bunch of different movies. But that's a very good movie. I believe it's for free on Tubi. You guys can watch that one. Prom Child 3 needs a Blu-ray release. Yeah, no, that one definitely needs a Blu-ray release. Have you seen a film so scary you only ever watched it once? I don't know if there's anything like that I've only ever watched once that was so scary, but there are stuff that really do creep me out. Big Daddy was a good Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, that's another one I forget about. That I need to watch that again. Did you hear that Cannibal Holocaust is doing a sequel video game? I have heard that. Like I'm definitely interested in that one. I definitely will get that game because that'll be interesting to see how they put that together. You notice Walmart sells more DVD than Blu-ray. Yeah, for some reason Walmart is really into DVD. I don't know why. I guess Blu-ray doesn't sell as well there or something like that. But it seems like, when it comes to what they have, Walmart really wants to have more DVDs. Which if it's only on that format, that's the only, format you can get it. I do see a super chat that came in here from Michael Swift. Thanks so much, Michael, for your super chat. He says, what's your favorite season of American Horror Story? My favorite season is probably out of all the ones I've seen, because I've not seen all of the really early seasons, but I feel like the one to me that was the best was The Hotel. I liked it because it kind of reminded me of like The Shining a little bit. I thought there was some really great characters in there. Dennis O'Hara I thought was really great in that season. I liked Lady Gaga on that one. A lot of the side characters I really liked. So I feel like that one, if you guys are going to go and watch horror stories, you've never seen them, watch Cult. Watch Hotel, and then Cult I really liked as well. Was Cult the one? Yeah, with Evan Peters like running the cult with his sister. Yeah, that one as well was a really, really good season. The Roanoke one, that one I remember when I started watching Roanoke, I didn't like it at first, and then it got interesting as it went along. But I've now been on here a little over 2 hours, guys. Thanks so much, guys, for all watching tonight, and thanks so much for all of your super chats tonight and all of your support. Anyway, though, guys, maybe I'll do one in the afternoon. I sometimes do them Monday afternoon. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure yet, but like I said, thanks so much, guys, for coming on here. And I'm always going to do these on Sundays for sure, but maybe I'll try and do one on like Friday or Saturday, or maybe Saturday night. Just to try something different, maybe Saturday, to see something like a little different and see. So maybe I'll do them Saturdays and Sundays. We'll see, though. But like I said, thanks so much, guys, for coming on here, and I'll see you guys later.